Humanoid robots are coming and they are going to cut into our workforce and they are going to take jobs. It's going to take some time, but not that much time. And I think the tipping point when they're going to come and start taking human jobs is really going to be in the 2028 to 2029 time frame. And this is based on a deep research project where CEOs, consultants, academics, and others weighed in on their estimated projection of the number of humanoid robots that are going to be produced each year. Going forward. We only went out to 2031. I think 6 years is probably enough. After that, you start to get into some serious conjecture. But, let's go ahead and just kind of look at where we are. So 2025, there's hardly anything being produced. It's like 16,000 humanoid robots. Nothing to sneeze at, but nothing material either. So really, it's not until we get to 2027 where there's going to be enough production in the neighborhood of 1.5 million humanoids that's going to basically fill all of the open warehouse jobs that humans could fill today but don't want the work.
There's about 1.1 million open jobs in the material moving space in the U.S. today alone, and they can't be filled. Nobody wants these jobs. They're doubling. It's doubled in the last 5 years because we all want next day delivery. And if you want your Spanx the next day, you want Digit in there delivering them. Actually moves Spanx, women's wear. And, they have these huge automated warehouses. And then there's still a human moving things from a conveyor belt to a cart, or from a cart to a put wall. And it's those points. This actually is in an Amazon facility.
A real Amazon facility.
A real Amazon facility.
And after that, what we're looking at is 2029, which is only 4 years from now, but that's where we're going to be producing 4 million humanoid robots. Now, the thing is remember, these robots can come in, they're in human form. Our world was designed for the human form. They'll be very capable, armed with super intelligent AI brains, very agile and dexterous in their movements and abilities by then. And so when we get into 4 million, we're really talking about a significant cut into the workforce, far and beyond what the number of open vacancies are. This is a different way to look at it, and that is the accumulating number of humanoids. Because, keep in mind, you produce 1 million this year, you add it to the fleet, which is already 3 million, you got 4 million. Now, we did assume a 25% retirement rate, for obsolescence or for they just wore out or whatever the case may be. Look, when we're talking about 4.5 million in the total fleet of humanoid robots, that's pretty significant. These really, if they're in the commercial, in the warehouse and distribution, we're not even talking about self-driving robots, cars, trucks, whatever. We're just talking about humanoids doing jobs once done by humans. So we're talking about 2.6% of the workforce in 2029. We factored in about 0.5% growth each year, compounding. At what point is there going to be a fleet of 15 million humanoid robots, representing about 9% of the U.S. workforce? And we're thinking that's going to be 2031 based on the numbers that came back on the projections. And you'll also notice the curve. It's exponential or pretty darn close, and it's only going to keep going up and up and up and up. So, the number of humanoids being produced will be in the millions. The fleet's going to just start growing to massive numbers. It's going to be cheaper to replace a human with all of their salary needs and time off needs. I'd like to say that I'm hopeful it's not going to happen, but I'm pragmatic, and I think it is. And so really the tipping point where we start to see the cut over to humanoids replacing human jobs is, I think, going to be in the 28 to 29 time frame. By the time we get to 2031, I think it's going to be making material cuts into muscle at that point, and our workforce is going to be affected tremendously. And that's, of course, in addition to all the automated autonomous robots that are already, in warehouses, but self-driving cars and just other applications, robotic applications that may not be in humanoid form. So, I'm not sure what the workforce is going to look like in 6 years. It's going to be interesting. If you like this information, please like this content, and I'll keep making it. And please subscribe. We'll see together where this amazing journey takes us.